Barakateh Hawa, Barakateh Hawashai, Barakateh Hawa, Bahashim Hawashai, Bahashim, Rachakwadash, Kauhalayim La Abanawa, Yahweh, Bahashim Hawashai, Bahashim, Rachakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, teach well, where I learned this truth from. Peace, mercy, and blessings to the hopeful elect that believe on this truth and sincerity. It's your brother Yabba Khan coming through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua. Lord willing, this be exhorting and edifying. Just want to speak on just gonna start here in Psalms 34 and wherever the spirit take me through the spirit, but Lord willing be edifying, because something I was just meditating on is that we gotta continue to stay confident, you know. I'm gonna read this first. Psalms 34:7. The angel of the Lord encampeth round about them that fear him and delivereth them. All right. And that's speaking about the Lord has angels set up to protect the elect. Okay, because the elect are the only ones that truly fear the Lord, that's truly calling on the name. And the Lord will be pleased with that. He will see them worthy to be delivered in times of trouble. We see it on a small scale, brothers can attest, you know, and we're going to see it on a larger scale in Jacob's trouble, all right, when it's no buying and sell unless you had a charagma, and the elect is not going to take the charagma. So the Lord going to have to deliver them out of famine. You know, some brothers it's going to be all type of deliverance happening. And the biggest one is going to be when Yahweh Shah returns. But let me read that again. Psalms 34:7. The angel of the Lord encampeth round about. All right, meaning always around them that fear him and delivereth them. Verse 8. Oh, taste and see that the Lord is good. And we getting a taste of that now with this via this truth. Understanding of the truth and having the true names, the understanding of who we are. All right, where we come from, where we are headed, which is to the kingdom of righteousness, which will be established on earth as it is in heaven underneath Yahweh Shah, who the world ignorantly calls JC. You know, but we get a taste with that via this knowledge. All right, as Apostle Paul said, we have this treasure in earthen vessels, so that the excellency may be of the Heavenly Father and not us. But the point being, we taste that now. All right, so it says, oh, taste and see that the Lord is good. Blessed is the man that trusteth in him. You see, we done received the truth, but we got to believe and trust in the words, you know, because it's a reward that comes behind that. Verse 9, oh, fear the Lord, ye his saints. And the saints are Israelites, okay, because these scriptures only pertain to Israelites, specifically the elect, because the elect are the only ones that's going to take heed, believe, the only ones that had the spirit of truth in them from the beginning, you know, according to Ephesians, the book of Ephesians, where it talks about this was predestined. You know, it's like that's going off topic, but it says, oh, fear the Lord, ye his saints, for there is no want to them that fear him. And when you go into that word want in the etymology, it goes into lack. So those that fear the Lord, they're not going to lack anything. You're going to give them what they need. And it explains the next verse. The young lions do lack and suffer hunger. You see how it went from the word want to lack. The young lions do lack and suffer hunger. And when you watch, like you can watch a video on lions hunting, they don't always catch their prey. They don't always eat. That's why it says the young lions do lack and suffer hunger. You know. But they that seek the Lord shall not want any good thing, meaning lack any good thing. So they that seek the Lord is not gonna lack nothing. Not gonna lack no water, no food in Jacob's trouble. You're not gonna lack stability, because you're gonna have the wisdom and knowledge which is gonna keep your mind stable. Our minds, Lord willing, we be of the elect. You know, let me read it again. Psalms 34:10. The young lions do lack and suffer hunger, but they that seek the Lord shall not want any good thing. So we just got to keep seeking the Lord, you know. But I'm going to go to the book of Hebrews, chapter 10. Salakia. Hebrews chapter 10, verse 35. Okay. us knowing that seeking the Lord is going to keep us from lacking the things needed to survive, the basic necessities of life. Us understanding that leads me to this next verse. Hebrews chapter 10, verse 35. Cast not away, therefore, your confidence. What are we confident in? The fact that we seeking the Lord and we're going to be rewarded. That's why it says, reading on, which hath great recompense of reward. So us pushing the word, okay, living the word, showing that brotherly love, not forsaking the assembly, okay, taking heed to what's being, taking heed to the spirit that the Lord puts on the apostles and elders of GMS on down. It's all gonna lead to a reward, which will be salvation. Okay, being delivered from the hands of our enemies, not having to wake up and go clock in or worry about paying bills or worry about no type of wickedness. This is the reward of us confidently. Oh, let's go into that word confidence. Salakia. Confidence. Hold on. Salakia.
Strong's G 3954. Paresia. Paresia.
Paresia. All right, paresia. It says freedom in speaking, unreservedness in speech, and that's what we're doing. We freely preaching and teaching the word, whether our people hear or forbear, whether they hate it or love it. You know, and we got to keep doing this. We got to keep this mindset. Strive for the truth unto death, and the Lord shall fight for thee, as it says in the book of Sirach, chapter 4, verse 28, if I'm not mistaken. It says, reading on, it says, openly, frankly, i.e. without concealment. We not hiding. Brothers out on the highways and byways putting up videos day in, day out, week in, week out. It's not concealed. It's easy to find a lesson and learn about who we are, where we come from, history, the breakdowns of the scriptures. Of course, the Spirit must be dealing with you to do so and to understand. But it's not hot. It's not hidden. Or you can say it's hidden in plain sight, because not everybody got the eyes to see, meaning to perceive what's really going on. Not everybody got the ears to hear, meaning to understand how important and what's really happening. Okay. It also says free and fearless confidence, cheerful courage, boldness, assurance, the deportment by which one becomes conspicuous or secures. But the point being, we got to continue in the faith ultimately, okay? Because it's the faith that make us be so bold when it comes to being on the highways and byways, to putting up videos, all right, committing treason. Okay, let's go into that word treason real quick, because that's what this, we literally, in a sense, building a government within a government. A treason, it says betrayal of trust. We used to trust in Esau Edom's wickedness. This is his system. But now we trusting in the Lord. So you can say we betrayed Esau, and now we come back trusting in the Lord after we betrayed the Lord first. That's why Yahweh Shah said in the book of Revelations to the churches for them to return unto their first love. This was our first love, serving the Lord. But then we went off, and he said we was going to serve other gods amongst the nations, whom our fathers have not known, roughly paraphrasing. You know? But it also says, oh yeah, breach of faith. But that made me think of Isaiah the 10th chapter, where it says, hold on, let me go to that real quick. I'm going to come back. It's like if I'm all over the place. It's Isaiah chapter 10, verse 20. And it shall come to pass in that day that the remnant of Israel, because it's all about the remnant. We don't look to bring 2/3. All right, we don't look to bring the majority of our people into believing, calling on the true names, into keeping the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of their ability. Because we know it's all about the remnant, which means the remainder, okay? The smaller part after the main part no longer exists. That's what it's all about, which is also known as the elect. Okay, so it says, and it shall come to pass in that day that the remnant of Israel, So-called Negroes, Latinos, Native, and Seminole Indians. Only a very few small number. All right, so reading on. And such as are escaped of the house of Jacob, and Jacob is our forefather, whose name was changed to Israel. It's interchangeable. It's the same. It still means the Israelites. Okay. Reading on. Shall no more again stay upon him that smote them. And who smote us? Esau, Edom. All right. He beat our language out of us. He beat our names out of us. Gave us names like Toby. And gave us slave names. He indoctrinated us. He smote us. So it says we will no longer depend on him. That's what it means by the word stay. Let me go into that word. See? Sha'ain. It says to lean on, trust in, support. So we will no longer trust in Esau, Edom, which goes into the word treason. We done betrayed the trust that we had in Esau, Edom, because we learned it wasn't right. Now we trusting in the Lord, as it's going to continue to say. Isaiah chapter 10, verse 20, and it shall come to pass in that day that the remnant of Israel, such as are escaped of the house of Jacob, because we escaped from the snares of the devil that he had on our mind. All right, and it says, shall no more again stay upon him that smote them. And we not going to lean on Esau, Edom's system. We see it crumbling. All right, Kawallah Yahweh Bashim Yahushua for giving us the eyes to see his system crumbling, because Isaiah 30 and 31 tell you that those who trust in this place, in the shadow of Egypt, it's going to be to their confusion, to their shame. You know, but back to this, Reno says, but shall stay upon the Lord, the Holy One of Israel, in truth. So the remnant go come back to trusting in the Lord, leaning on the Lord, while everybody else trying to lean on Esau, Edom. And we don't care about trying to stop our people, because it comes to a point where you want our people to be destroyed because how wicked they is. And this is all a part of our confidence. Are we not hiding how we feel? And Jeremiah say, cursed be he that doeth the work of the Most High deceitfully, and keepeth his sword back from blood. Okay? He said, the Lord said in Isaiah 50:81, cry loud, spare not. All right? We rebuke our families if need be. And pretty sure brothers can attest to doing that. You know, when you fresh in the truth, you got that zeal on you, telling your people what they got to do right and things of that nature. And then it comes to a point where you don't care no more, because it's all about the remnant. Okay, and that's a part of our confidence. Because jump back to Hebrews chapter 10. Verse 36, for ye have need of patience. All right, that's what we practicing, patience. All right, being long-suffering. Being showing that we got the ability to suffer for righteousness' sake, ultimately. Reading on. For ye have need of patience. So we need to do this. We need to learn how to suffer. We need to be patient, you know. But reading on, that after ye have done the will of the Most High, because in the midst of us being patient, what is we doing? The will of the Heavenly Father, pushing the word, living the word. You know, reading on. That after ye have done the will of the Most High, ye might receive the promise. Okay, and we got to trust in doing the will so that we can receive the promise, which is eternal, everlasting life, or everlasting kingdom alongside with Yahweh Shah, underneath Yahweh Shah. All right, that's what's promised to the nation of Israel, beginning with the remnant. All right, which will do the will of the Most High to receive that promise. They're going to trust in the Lord. Okay, they're going to stay upon the Lord, not trust in Esau, not stay upon Esau. Reading on, verse 37, for yet a little while, okay, a little while, and he that shall come, talk about Yahweh Shah, will come and will not tarry. Because the Lord is, he said, behold, I come quickly. Blessed is the man that watcheth and keepeth his garments, roughly paraphrased, as it says in Revelation. Because the Lord is coming. Okay, the prophecies is they not tarrying. It say at the end, it shall speak in Habakkuk, the 2nd chapter. So these things, it's coming to pass. And in the midst, what must we do? Okay, reading on, verse 38. Now the just shall live by faith. And that's the answer to the question. What must we do? Live by faith. But if any man draw back, my soul shall have no pleasure in him. If you stop trusting in the Lord, because that's what faith is. You trusting and hoping in the things we don't see, but we know what's going to happen according to the word of the Lord. He's not going to lie. He's not a man that he should lie. It's impossible. Roughly paraphrasing the scripture say, his word does not go out void. Isaiah 55th chapter. So us knowing that, and if we truly believe, we're not going to draw back. Okay. Verse 39, but we are not of them who draw back unto perdition, which is destruction. Because people who fall out the truth, stop believing, stop calling on the name, stop following the right doctrine, stop practicing how to be righteous. They just they on their way to death. They on their way to get destroyed. Okay, let me go to this real quick. Proverbs chapter 11, verse 19. Proverbs chapter 11, verse 19. Let me start at verse 18. The wicked worketh a deceitful work, but to him that soweth righteousness shall be a sure reward. You see? As righteousness tendeth to life, so he that pursueth evil pursueth it to his own death. So those who stop trying to be righteous and think it's cool to just be that wicked, evil servant who said the Lord delayeth his coming, well, they doing it to their own demise, their own destruction. They just follow on their way to death, all right? To the nukes. They turn themselves into missile food, so to speak. But jump back to Hebrews chapter 10. Let's read that again. Verse 39. But we are not of them who draw back unto perdition. All right, talk about this speaks for the remnant. Okay? Because the remnant is not going to go back to being wicked. All right. Reading on. But of them that believe to the saving of the soul. Okay. And since the remnant believe in the saving of the soul, believe in salvation, believe in the fact that the Lord going to put the law, statutes, and commandments within the new bodies that we will receive, it's all a part of the saving of the soul. Since the remnant believe that, they not going to cast away their confidence, they going to continue to trust in the Lord. All right. Which, let me go. Psalms chapter 34. Verse 8. Oh, taste and see that the Lord is good. And we getting a taste of that. He's saying that he going to reward us for doing what's pleasing. All right. Even though he chose us in the furnace of affliction. But we still get a taste of what's to come. Via faith. So it says, oh, taste and see that the Lord is good. Blessed is the man that trusteth in him. Okay. It says, blessed is the man that trusteth in him. And that's just the point I wanted to get across. I ain't want to go too long. Lord willing, this is edifying. So I just wanted to get the point across. It's about trusting in the Lord. All right, not casting away our confidence, is said in Hebrews the 10th chapter, because it's a reward when it's all said and done. And the people who stop trying to work for that reward, they're going back to perdition, that death and destruction. But Lord willing, this is edifying. With that, I want to say, Kau Halayim La, Abanawi Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem, Rachak. Double honors to the positive elders, the great millstone who rule well, teach well, where I learned this truth from. Peace, mercy, and blessings that believe. To like a peace, mercy, and blessings to the hopeful elect that believe on this truth and sincerity. Till next time I say, Shalom, wa mawaf la babor.